Hello all, this is Dswank, and I am in a game called Stellaris. It's developed by Paradox Studios, and I like their games. Now, something cool about this, you've got all these different factions. Ooh, coolness, yay! And then you can, what's even cooler to me, is you can create your own faction. Now, I did this with humans, but you can do your appearance and have all sorts of critters here. I kind of want to do one that's one of these fox dudes because I think that'd be cool. But you've got reptilian critters, which I'm not too fond of any of these appearance-wise. You've got avian, which again, I'm not too fond of any of the avian. Arthropod, which some of these look somewhat interesting to me. This is probably my favorite one on the far end. Molluscoid, which are mollusks. Some of these are terrifyingly ugly and others not so much. And fungoid, which are plant or fungus based. I think these are all fungus based. But you've got your name for your race. You've got how your ships are named. The prefix that you can give your ships, which is fun. Traits. And let me go back and look at my trait. Nomadic and quick learners. Quick learners and nomadic. Okay, so I was pretty much there. Ruler. I set up you can have a starting ruler that you can get voted in, and yeah. You've got your homeworld kind of classification, continental world, and you've got tropical world, ocean world, Arctic world, tundra world, arid, desert. So continental is kind of the standard. And you can name your home world, you can have your star system, and you can, your starting star system. And then you've got two. You've got a random and the Deneb, and I'm not sure what the Deneb is. But I start with Soul because this is people. Then you can select what art style, government and ethics, and this is what I was going to change up. I was going to pull out of the military food, maximum embassies, army damage, rivalry influence. I'm looking for something that will increase influence. Influence. Xenophobe. Okay, nothing here increases that, because that was my biggest issue. But energy is worth it. Traits. Let's look here. Anything in here? Thrifty, food, minerals, output, adaptive, non-adaptive, rapid breeder, slow breeders, talented. Oh god. The TV show that's been muted is trying to start epileptic fits. That was painful. Communal, all these different benefits. But venerable. That's pretty cool. Enduring. They need better negatives. Actually, that one's not that bad. At least from what I saw last time. In my first game. I might do that. And enduring. Enduring. Because that kind of works for what I was looking at. Government ethics, we've done that. Empire name, you name your empire. You build your flag out of these options. Starting weapon, whether it's projectile based, missile based, or energy weapon based. FTL movement style. Hyperspace travel is you're limited to paths in the hyperspace network. Warp travel, you pretty much can go anywhere. Wormhole travel is probably the hardest one to figure out. I haven't messed with wormhole travel. But hyperspace travel is very similar to Sims. So is warp travel, but warp travel you can go anywhere. Hyperspace travel you're somewhat limited. And then you get your ships that you can have your style. And you can save. Yes, done. Okay. Now, here is where you set up your map for what you're playing. Holy crap. That's a lot. I was playing on a 4-arm spiral, 600 stars, 17 AI empires, 4 advanced starts, difficulty normal, allowed FTL any, Iron Man mode off. That's the first game I was playing. And I'm going to back out. And this also is going to tell me whether or not the editing will affect this, and it didn't. But this is the game that I've been playing, and this is my first playthrough. And not much has happened, honestly. I haven't gone to war. I've got destroyers out. I've got about to be 4 colonies because I think I'm colonizing Horizon. Yes. I've colonized here, and I'm starting to expand this way. And as you can see, my influence is kind of sucking at the moment. Partially because I rushed an alliance because I didn't realize that by doing so, I lost influence, which is becoming a problem. And I didn't realize all the penalties that came with an alliance. But anyway, and I'm not going to break it off because I'm just going to run through it and see how this goes. But I've got one of the cooler parts about this, and one of the things I really like is ship designer. You can new design. Let's go with destroyer so I can show that off. You've got front ends and back ends that you can... I haven't seen that set up. It's like, okay, all I have is a bunch of heavy stuff. Hunting drone laser? Okay. Energy siphon. Mass driver. Coil gun. Let's put a large coil gun on the front. And then a mining laser on the back. Oh, and you've got defensive, aggressive, combat computer, speed, ship-mounted resource. Then you've got your power systems, which there we're powered. And and there, I've designed a destroyer. You give it a name, and you've got a class of destroyer that you can fly around, build and fly around. That's kind of cool. And you've got your fleet limit and directly controlled planet limit, strategic resources, engineering researches and things. Your research is kind of like what is my mind's gone blank. Star Drive 2, where when you I had a scientist die. No. That kind of sucks. And I can't hire a new one at the moment. So, my research is stalled. That explains so much at the moment. These guys do speed up research significantly. But you look, 60 years old, they're starting to die. And you need influence. And even without my alliance influence, I would be having some serious issues keeping my influence up. I expanded too fast, too far, and probably the best thing for me to do would be disband that. And that should help somewhat. Let's see what it did. Absolutely nothing. Oh.
Situation log updated.
Oh, that's what it did. Was it knocked all of those out of my system? Okay, well. Anyway, let's quit before it saves. But yeah, I mean, this is a brief show off of Stellaris. This is something I'd like to do a series on. Taking my faction and playing it to conquer the galaxy. See how far I can go. I don't know if that's something people would be interested in watching, however. I would love to do it, but like I said, I don't know if people are interested in it. And I have some other news in the fact that I have an interview tomorrow, which is why some of this is a little sporadic. But I don't know if I get the job. I don't know what will happen with my channel. Obviously, things will slow down instead of speeding up, which I was starting to get doing 2 episodes a day. But I don't even know what the job that I'm looking at. It's a salary job, but there's some weeks where I'd be working 20 hours a week and other where I'd be working 60. So when I'm busy, I'll be really, really busy, and when I'm not, I'll have plenty of free time. So that is going to be an issue, and I hope that y'all will stick with me through that as I get things kind of settled. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see me play Stellaris, go ahead, leave a comment below, like, subscribe. Let me know. I can't tell unless somebody gives me an option. And I will see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.